Hey guys, my name is Ryan.
And my name is Miska.
And welcome to Overwatch Central. So Sombra is a pretty interesting hero, right? I think we can all agree on that together. Because of her utility and how aggressive she can be played as a hero, most players including ourselves are trying to optimize our performance with this hero. No doubt the pro players are looking into getting the most out of our new hero, and whatever tactics and tricks they will attempt will find their way trickling down into our own ranked games soon enough. From what we've seen and experienced as a channel, there are two main ways to play Sombra, each with their pros and each with their cons. In this video we're going to go over said playstyles and ultimately decide which one you should be playing in your own Sombra games.
The first is fairly straightforward, playing her as a pick-off assassin type. We've heard the term fragger thrown around as well, and to be fair, it's not too far off, I guess. With the minute knowledge we had on Sombra's abilities, that being a form of stealth and hack, some people including ourselves thought that Sombra would be perhaps a defense hero, but her toolkit is much more aggressive, and with the stealth initiation and the translocator recall, it means she can essentially be a slimmer Winston, jumping weakened targets hiding in a corner of a map. There with relative ease and discretion, but your passive will show beaten and bloody enemies through walls. Also, if it doesn't go well, you can teleport back. She's kinda like some monster in a horror film, hunting weakened enemies down, hiding in the dark, being invisible and all that. Anyway, whilst we'll be the first to say that we aren't the best at fragging with Sombra just yet, you can find a link in the description of Shore4, a DPS player for Cloud9, showing you how you can get stuff done and people killed with Sombra. Definitely worth a watch, but there are also some problems with this playstyle, which we'll go over in a second.
So playstyle number 2, and personally my favourite, is the territorial game. Who knew that playing with health packs could be such an exciting aspect of the game? So Sombra has the ability to hack health packs, which not only regenerate faster for your team, but also become completely unusable for the enemy. This makes positional play so much harder for the enemy team and can give you a real keen advantage. Control is probably the game mode where this is most prevalent. Let's use the example of this health pack on Ilios. It's a Sombra versus Sombra race to battle out for this health pack nearest to the point. What then tends to happen is that the team that gets this huge health pack will gravitate around it and control that area of the map. Your team will struggle to engage at this point, not only because the enemy can use this big health pack with ease, but your team cannot use it at all. So what do? Well, it becomes a big kind of game of drafts. You have to take other health packs around the map that will benefit them and vice versa. For control, this is fairly straightforward to do as the fight always revolves around that one objective. But say for example, attacking and defending payload maps can be a real nightmare if you're not planning your next move, considering that the boundaries of the map are constantly changing. Not only that, you can be fairly aggressive or passive with what health packs you want to hack. For example, if you're attacking on King's Row, hacking this health pack might be good, as it can keep your team topped up before the choke point. That's for a more passive gameplay, or you could be very aggressive and try and get behind the enemy lines and hack some of their major health packs. Another good example is the same health pack but for defending. Being able to hack that health pack will mean that the enemy team cannot use it before they push through that choke, so you're really starving them of health opportunities. Let us know if you would like us to go over a video going over some of the key health packs in most Overwatch maps, and we'll be sure to do them as well. Let us know in the comments below.
So now we're going to go over each of the problems with the two playstyles, starting again with the assassin playstyle. It's worth adding that Sombra's primary weapon doesn't do an awful lot of damage. It's great for quick pickoffs on weakened enemies, especially with the passive, but you're not going to win that 1v1 with a Winston or Reinhardt if you have no escape. Heroes with armor will just eat up the bullets no problem, so when it comes to actually doing damage, she isn't the best. She does okay, but she's not great. Not nearly as good as Reaper and Genji for sure. Hacking players to shut them down can be great, but some heroes are worth hacking more than others. Also on that subject, when to hack those enemies can be very important too. If you're trying to hack a hero in the middle of a skirmish, you're going to struggle a lot. Taking damage interrupts the channeling of the ability, and honestly you'll just end up dead before you hack anything meaningful. Whilst we wouldn't say that hacking other heroes is completely useless, it is definitely dependent on the hero and the situation. If you're playing Sombra to be this sneaky, wow rogue-like hero to take out some heroes 1v1, then I think you'll have a bit of a hard time overall, and you won't get the most out of the character as a whole.
But what are the problems with playing the health pack game then? Well, pretty much the same issue, you just don't do enough. Whilst we wouldn't measure your performance on Sombra by medals as per se, you'll want to make sure that you're getting a couple of eliminations here and there, and also making sure that you're putting some damage in to, of course, kill the enemy, but also to charge your own ultimate. There's also the risk that if you're running off doing your own thing hacking health packs, then your team may be fighting 5 versus 6 a good majority of the time. If you play too passively, you may as well not even be there to begin with.
So which is best and which is worse then out of these two playstyles? Well, it's a bit of a bad answer, but you need to make sure you're doing a bit of both. However, we would say that the territorial game is just a little bit better for Sombra and is where she can really shine. When it comes to doing damage, other heroes just do a better job, hands down. Sombra is the only hero that can shut down areas of the map for the enemy team. It's a discreet minor shutdown, but because of this the enemy doesn't know they're running into a fight with a severe disadvantage, and that in itself is a powerful tool. You can essentially cut off supply lines to the enemy, and this can be done on both attack and defense. For example, if you're defending on Hanamura and they're coming through the top entrance, you can hack this health pack and starve out their push. It means you can aggressively push them back in an area that you really shouldn't overreach because you have that health pack and they don't. Just make sure to involve yourselves in the fight as much as possible, pick off any low health heroes you can, but always be aware of the ongoing health pack battle that's going on behind the scenes.
And that's it for this time. Thank you very much for watching. Do let us know how you're finding Sombra and what kind of playstyle that you are playing with her and what seems to be most effective. And do give us your tips of playing Sombra in the comments below. Thanks again for watching. Take care. We'll see you next time.